Honestly, I think some people need to give Thor Ragnarok another chance. This movie is freaking awesome. Let's get to the review. Welcome back to my channel. This is Let's Be Real Brad. I talk about movies, TV shows, and do all sorts of fun and exciting videos on the channel. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button and drop a like on this video, as it would be gladly appreciated. Today, we are going to be talking about Thor Ragnarok. It is a sequel to the 2011 film Thor and 2013's Thor: The Dark World, and the 19th film in the MCU timeline order. The film was directed by Taika Waititi and stars Chris Hemsworth as Thor alongside Tom Hiddleston, Cate Blanchett, Idris Elba, Jeff Goldblum, Tessa Thompson, Karl Urban, Mark Ruffalo, and Anthony Hopkins. This film is about Thor being imprisoned on the planet Sakaar, as he must race against time to return to Asgard and stop Ragnarok, the destruction of his world at the hands of the powerful, ruthless villain Hela. This film has always been one of my favorite Marvel films because it is such a great and entertaining movie. Adding Taika Waititi to helm the film was the best choice because you really feel his energy and presence in this film, being the fantastic filmmaker he is. He gave this Thor film a brand new life by changing and making better of everything I didn't particularly like about those two films. So without further ado, let's get right into the positives, starting with the acting. The acting is one of the best of the franchise. It allowed all the stars to give it their all and show how much range they all had. Chris Hemsworth had begun to become a little tired of the same old boring Thor, so in this one, you can tell how happy and excited he is with this performance and behind the scene featurettes shown in the final product. Cate Blanchett plays a great villain of Hela, giving an outstanding performance. She is a wonderful actress, so this is no surprise. Tessa Thompson gives her first introduction in the MCU as Valkyrie, being an absolutely kick-ass female character, which the franchise has been dying to have. Mark Ruffalo, Tom Hiddleston, and Jeff Goldblum provide the film's funniest moments, and they sell their lines so well. The writing is also excellent because it is highly aware of how silly, goofy, and over the top this movie is. This is one of the funniest Marvel movies ever, as I still find it hilarious on my fourth watch. Many scenes feel improvised, but in a great and fresh way, as I always find myself laughing so hard during the film. The story is also great because it is much different than we usually have seen it. Most of the time it is on Earth dealing with boring Earth problems, but this movie goes to space and feels like a real adventure to somewhere new. Marvel has finally adapted the critically acclaimed Planet Hulk storyline that fans have wanted to see for a very long time. I thought this story element was perfect. It was hilarious, being its own side quest of sorts that was actually very interesting to watch. I also enjoyed that while the story is predictable, as you know where it will go, there's hardly any filler, as it trucks along so fast and fluently, so it never bothered me while watching. The visual effects are also a ton of fun in this one. They are used quite a bit in this one because most of the film is set on a different planet other than Earth, so it is pretty interesting to watch. The fight scenes also look incredible, especially the Contest of Champions scene, where most of it was CGI. It made this film much more interesting to watch, being set in this fictionalized world. The costume and makeup design are fantastic. Taika wanted to take the designs from the original Stan Lee and Jack Kirby comic books with the colorful and awesome silly costumes and translate them on the screen with a beautiful color palette. I thought the new look of Thor is excellent, making him look even better than before. Now, let's talk about some negatives, as there aren't too many with this one. For starters, I found the scenes on Asgard with Hela to be the most boring scenes. I understand that you need that whole section of the film, but every time they went back to it, I was very bored and didn't find it remotely interesting. I also found that many overly long exposition scenes felt very reminiscent of the first two Thor films that I have never cared for with those scenes. The second one being that as much as I really love the humor, being one of the funniest MCU films, I didn't find it as amusing as I first watched it. This could be due to seeing it so often, but I think many of the jokes work for first-time viewers because of the surprise elements with some jokes. Overall, this is one of my favorite MCU films because it is so different from its predecessors and other films in the franchise. It brought something new, fresh, and unique to the franchise that was very well needed, offering a new, silly, and more self-aware tone. I could rewatch this one over and over again. I am giving Thor Ragnarok an 8 out of 10. So, have you seen Thor Ragnarok? And if you have, what do you think of the film and where does it rank in your MCU rankings? As always, I will see you all in the following review.